The Story of Deirdre, Part 4. Celtic Folk Tale. That is true, said Conachar, let 300 bravo heroes go down to the abode of the strangers, and let them bring hither to me Deirdre, and kill the rest. Conachar ordered 300 active heroes to go down to the abode of the strangers and to take Deirdre up with them and kill the rest. The pursuit is coming, said Deirdre. Yes, but I will myself go out and stop the pursuit, said Noise. It is not you, but we that will go, said Daring Drop, and Hardy Holly, and Fiallan the Fair. It is to us that our father entrusted your defense from harm and danger when he himself left for home, and the gallant youths, full noble, full manly, full handsome, with beauteous brown locks, went forth girt with battle arms fit for fierce fight and clothed with combat dress for fierce contest fit, which was burnished, bright, brilliant, bladed, blazing, on which were many pictures of beasts and birds and creeping things, lions and lithe-limbed tigers, brown eagle and harrying hawk and adder fierce, and the young heroes laid low 3/3 of the company. It is not you, but we that will go, said Daring Drop, and Hardy Holly, and Fiallan the Fair. It is to us that our father entrusted your defense from harm and danger when he himself left for home, and the gallant youths, full noble, full manly, full handsome, with beauteous brown locks, went forth girt with battle arms fit for fierce fight and clothed with combat dress for fierce contest fit, which was burnished, bright, brilliant, bladed, blazing, on which were many pictures of beasts and birds and creeping things, lions and lithe-limbed tigers, brown eagle and harrying hawk and adder fierce, and the young heroes laid low 3/3 of the company. Conachar came out in haste and cried with wrath, Who is there on the floor of fight, slaughtering my men? We, the 3 sons of Ferchar Mac Ro. Well, said the king, I will give a free bridge to your grandfather, a free bridge to your father, and a free bridge each to you 3 brothers, if you come over to my side tonight. Well, Conachar, we will not accept that offer from you nor thank you for it. Greater by far do we prefer to go home to our father and tell the deeds of heroism we have done, than accept anything on these terms from you. Noise, son of Uisnech, and Allen and Arden are as nearly related to yourself as they are to us, though you are so keen to shed their blood, and you would shed our blood also, Conachar. And the noble, manly, handsome youths with beauteous, brown locks returned inside. We are now, said they, going home to tell our father that you are now safe from the hands of the king. And the youths all fresh and tall and lithe and beautiful, went home to their father to tell that the sons of Uisnech were safe. This happened at the parting of the day and night in the morning twilight time, and now is said they must go away, leave that house, and return to Alba. Noise and Deirdre, Allen and Arden started to return to Alba. Word came to the king that the company he was in pursuit of were gone. The king then sent for Duanan Gotcha Druid, the best magician he had, and he spoke to him as follows: Much wealth have I expended on you, Duanan Gotcha Druid, to give schooling and learning and magic mystery to you. If these people get away from me today without care, without consideration or regard for me, without chance of overtaking them, and without power to stop them, well, I will stop them, said the magician, until the company you send in pursuit return. And the magician placed a wood before them through which no man could go, but the sons of Uisnech marched through the wood without halt or hesitation, and Deirdre held on to Nois's hand. What is the good of that? That will not do yet, said Conachar. They are off without bending of their feet or stopping of their step, without heed or respect to me, and I am without power to keep up to them or opportunity to turn them back this night. I will try another plan on them, said the Druid, and he placed before them a grey sea instead of a green plain. The 3 heroes stripped and tied their clothes behind their heads, and now is placed Deirdre on the top of his shoulder. They stretched their sides to the stream. And sea and land were to them the same. The rough grey ocean was the same as meadowland green and plain. Though that be good, O Duanan, it will not make the heroes return, said Conachar. They are gone without regard for me, and without honor to me, and without power on my part to pursue them or to force them to return this night. We shall try another method on them, since yon one did not stop them, said the Druid, and the Druid froze the grey rich sea into hard rocky knobs, the sharpness of sword being on the one edge and the poison power of adders on the other. Then Arden cried that he was getting tired, and nearly giving over. "Come you, Arden, and sit on my right shoulder," said Nawais. Arden came and sat on Naois's shoulder. Arden was long in this posture when he died, but though he was dead Nawais would not let him go. Alan then cried out that he was getting faint and now well giving up. When Nawais heard his prayer, he gave forth the piercing sigh of death, and asked Alan to lay hold of him and he would bring him to land. Alan was not long when the weakness of death came on him and his hold failed. Nawais looked around, and when he saw his two well-beloved brothers dead, he cared not whether he lived or died, and he gave forth the bitter sigh of death, and his heart burst. "They are gone," said Duanan Gotcha Druid to the king, "and I have done what you desired me. The sons of Uasnek are dead and they will trouble you no more, and you have your wife hale and whole to yourself. Blessings for that upon you, and may the good results accrue to me, Duanan. I count it no loss what I spent in the schooling and teaching of you. Now dry up the flood, and let me see if I can behold Deirdre," said Conachar, and Duanan Gotcha Druid dried up the flood from the plain, and the three sons of Uasnek were lying together dead, without breath of life, side by side on the green meadow plain, and Deirdre bending above showering down her tears. Then Deirdre said this lament: "Fair one, loved one, flower of beauty, beloved upright and strong, beloved noble and modest warrior, fair one, blue-eyed, beloved of thy wife, lovely to me at the trysting place came thy clear voice through the woods of Ireland. I cannot eat or smile henceforth, break not today, my heart, soon enough shall I lie within my grave. Strong are the waves of sorrow, but stronger is sorrow's self." Conachar. The people then gathered round the heroes' bodies and asked Conachar what was to be done with the bodies. The order that he gave was that they should dig a pit and put the three brothers in it side by side. Deirdre kept sitting on the brink of the grave, constantly asking the gravediggers to dig the pit wide and free. When the bodies of the brothers were put in the grave, Deirdre said: "Come over hither, Nawais, my love. Let Arden close to Alan lie. If the dead had any sense to feel, you would have made a place for Deirdre." The men did as she told them. She jumped into the grave and lay down by Nawais, and she was dead by his side. The king ordered the body to be raised from out the grave and to be buried on the other side of the loch. It was done as the king bade, and the pit closed. Thereupon a fir shoot grew out of the grave of Deirdre and a fir shoot from the grave of Nawais, and the two shoots united in a knot above the loch. The king ordered the shoots to be cut down, and this was done twice, until, at the third time, the wife whom the king had married caused him to stop this work of evil and his vengeance on the remains of the dead. The end.